We do have incentives on our plans for 2026, as we did for last year. We do encourage that people go out and get that annual wellness exam or that physical or that well woman exam within the first 120 days of the plan. If they can get that and get that submitted to us, they would qualify for a $50 e-gift card of different vendors of their choice. Also, if they can complete that health assessment, they can also receive an additional $25 that can, of course, be another e-gift card of their choice. I think the reason I was bringing up the Sydney mobile app, because the Sydney mobile app is where they would go to upload some of that information so they could qualify. If they have questions about how to do it, there's member support through the mobile app, through text, or you can ask just the AI there to help guide them as well. So this is something that's new for us that I'm really promoting in the Wellpoint states, especially Maryland and in the states of Florida. Patient is a healthcare spending access or a spending account that gives member an easier way to pay for out-of-pocket expenses and repay over time without any interest or fees. That's right, no interest, no fees. As you can imagine, especially as I mentioned, dealing and working in this space where individuals are subsidized or highly subsidized, making sure that they have the money to be able to access those doctors is just as important as having a really good plan. This takes out the concern that their debit card or their card that they go to the doctor with is going to go through. Patient is, really, like I mentioned, it's a line of credit. There is no fees, no interest on it, and the member will pick a repayment plan that works for their budget up to 12 months. So thinking about an individual that maybe are low income, having a tough time finding a position or finding a job, but does need to access care. This patient line of credit would give them the money they need to be able to go get the care that is most dearly needed, of course. All right, let's talk about some of the broker tools that are out there. So a couple of the broker tools. One is the Producer Toolbox. The Producer Toolbox is what you registered for as when you became a appointed agent with either Wellpoint or in the Anthem states. The Producer Toolbox does not have any marketing material or any branded marketing material out here, mainly because this is your toolbox is where you'll find your Wellpoint members, but you'll also see your Anthem members right next to them if you are selling both brands in different states. So in simple, it's a user-friendly. You can go out there and look for your clients. You can find ID cards. You can pull books of business, renewal reports, billing reports, and also members that are turning 26 and 65. This year is going to be a little different without having that under 150% federal poverty level as an SEP. So it's going to be important this year that we stay on top of the members, especially the ones with premiums, by pulling that billing report, monitoring the individuals that may be falling behind, get them set up on either an auto draft or some sort of auto draft to make sure that they don't lapse their coverage. The renewal reports are out there. You could probably go out to underneath tools and resources and pull a report and renewal report to kind of give you an idea of what your clients could be looking at for 2026. Some of the subsidy amounts on the renewal are a guesstimation, but it kind of gives you an idea of kind of what it may or may not look like. As I mentioned, the billing reports, if you have clients that are consistently late, you can get them set up on auto draft, and you can use the producer assistant that is on the Producer Toolbox if you're looking for that particular document. It's an AWD auto withdrawal form that you would need to get filled out and submitted to us to get that auto draft set up. But overall, this is a great place to go in there and chat, ask a live agent certain questions, send or receive certain documents. But more importantly, if you want to be able to keep that conversation for future reference or so forth, you can also download and keep that conversation within your CRM or however you would save that information. As I mentioned before, there was no marketing material in the producer toolbox. All of our marketing material for Wellpoint would be located at the wellpointbrokerhub.com. Wellpointbrokerhub.com. That might be something you write down. I also write down the Sydney mobile app. But at wellpointbrokerhub.com, you can find that information about the Sydney mobile app to send to your clients. But you also be able to go out there and find products, product grids, network maps, marketing material that's both in English and Spanish. But it's just easy. You can go out there and filter based on, like right here, Florida, English, and basically pulls up all that information about that particular state that you're looking for. You can see some of the flyers that are out there that you can use. I probably should take the HSA flyer out and put that Sydney mobile app. To me, I think that one's going to be a little bit more influential than an HSA flyer. But also talking about the service areas, where are we servicing, what counties in Florida, Texas, Washington, that information is out there for you as well. As we go into 26, as I mentioned, it's going to be kind of a different year. You're going to want to make sure that you keep your clients more than anything. But the Broker Plus is a mobile app that you can download. You can search for the Broker Plus either on Google Play or on the Apple Store. This basically gives you the producer toolbox right there on your smart device, either Samsung or your Apple or your tablet, whatever you typically use. That way you can have insight of what's going on with your clients, looking at renewals, anything you might need. Your customers still call you even though that you might be on vacation, you're stuck in traffic on the way to the grocery store.